So guys, Okey Bakassi almost quit his comedy job to become a traditional leader. He said he wants to use his influence and also his audience to link up with those in the diaspora so that he can develop his community. Honestly, I saw this and I thought this is a good move and could be replicated, by other communities in Igboland and even beyond. Because see, there's a lot of work to be done, considering the fact that we don't have the federal government presence in our labor. So I think it would be nice for those who have the platform to link up with diasporans to see how we can, develop and also protect our labor. I'm going to allow you to take a look at this video as he narrates how it all began and where he is today. Watch this video and let me know exactly what you think about this move by Okey Bakassi. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Now take a look.
Recently, Okey Bakassi has been named a monarch in his community, and so we don't even know now whether we are speaking with an artist of the week or His Royal Majesty. So it's part of what we would like to find.
The Eze of Umuihuocha.
Huh? Just don't bite your tongue. He will tell us what.
I am not going to say it again.
So please tell us which one is this, Royal Majesty or Royal Highness?
Yeah, this is Royal Majesty.
Yes, Your Royal Majesty. Please tell us the. I was asking you yesterday. I'm not sure what the title is, so please help me understand it.
Okay, the title is the Okwetu of Umuihuocha Autonomous Community in Ahiazumbise local government area, Imo State.
Did you see this coming?
Okwetu.
Yes. Did you see this coming, Your Royal Majesty?
So, if I say I didn't see it coming, I'll be completely not correct, because if you've gotten to the age where I am and the position where I am in life, to think that you will never find yourself in any kind of position of leadership will mean that you're either underestimating yourself or you have not nurtured yourself enough to fit into those positions. So I won't be completely correct if I say I didn't see this coming. Any man who has worked hard and who has earned his respect should expect that at some point you may be called up to lead. So in that regard, yes.
Okay.
But in this particular position, maybe not exactly.
Okay.
Okay. If I were from that community, I won't be very happy seeing my king making people laugh and acting and stuff like that.
Yeah, so the thing is, the one question I've been asked a lot since the announcement of this position is, okay, now that you've been made the traditional ruler of your community, are you still going to be acting? Are you still going to be doing shows and all that? But one of the things that has hit me is that I don't see doctors, lawyers, engineers. By the way, I'm a trained engineer. I don't see them ask this kind of questions when they get into positions like this. So for everyone to be asking me this question just because I've been in the entertainment industry is one of two things. It's either that people don't still recognize or respect the fact that entertainers are into their own career paths, and as such should be able to aspire like every other member of society who does any other kind of business, So having said that, for me, the reason I'm in the entertainment industry is because this is where I find happiness. Am I going to make some sacrifices to accommodate the new challenges that I'm going to shoulder? Of course, yes. Once you get into these elevated positions, you must make sacrifices. I'm going to make sacrifices, but it does not necessarily mean that I will jettison everything that makes me happy, everything that I've labored for all the years. Because, by the way, my community, they know what I do for a living before they chose me. That is one. Secondly, the same opportunities that have been presented to me as an entertainer, which has elevated me, are the opportunities that I may require to also elevate my community. So if I isolate myself, I'll be also isolating my community. So I should be leveraging on some of these privileges. To better my community instead of running away from it.
I'm trying to imagine your Royal Majesty. I'm trying to imagine, no, because we have to respect.
Yeah, of course.
I can't just be calling okay anyhow. That's an insult.
And we are still calling him okay. Where are you?
That's an insult. The people of his community are going to be very angry.
It's okay. Where you
I take no offense.
No, even if you don't take offense, me, I'm taking offense. So your Royal Majesty, I'm trying to imagine.
I take no offense if you can hear me.
Yes, I do. I hear you very loud and clear. I'm just trying to imagine a courtroom where you are with your chiefs.
And you are presiding.
You are presiding over a man. I'm trying to imagine the kind of proverbs that you will be coming out of your mouth. She's laughing on your behalf already.
You see, the thing is, it's a transition period for all of us. For the past 31 years of my career, lots of people have known me as Okey or Okey Bakassi. To expect that all of a sudden everybody, like a flick of a switch, will begin to know and recognize me as someone else, I won't be too realistic. So yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Yes,
we must call you Igwe now, mustn't we?
Fine.
We must now call you Igwe, right? It looks like he can't hear me.
Yeah, well, in Imo State, we don't say Igwe, we say Eze. Our Anambra brothers will say Igwe, but we in Imo, it's Eze.
Okay.
Only Eze.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
all right.
At least we cannot sing you that song. Eze, you are worthy. You can't sing that song to you.
If you say that, if you say it, you won't be wrong. But I'm just trying to put it properly.
I understand you. Now, as you said something important now, so talking seriously, you said something important now that when you get to certain levels in life, there are some things that are expected of you. For some people, it's investiture as chancellors, pro-chancellors. For other people, it's honorary doctorate and all of those things. For you, it's your community calling on you and beckoning on you. What are your aspirations for your community, particularly using the new elevated position, as you have said it, and leveraging on your skills of over the years? I hope you heard me.
Okay. If I heard you very well, because we're experiencing a bit of glitch here. I heard you. So, what are my aspirations for my community, if that's your question? Yeah, so for me, I'll give you an example. When we were still at the screening stage for this whole process, because this whole citizenship process is a 4-step process. We have done 2 so far, remaining the presentation of staff of office by His Excellency our Governor and the coronation. Now, when we were still at the screening stage, because I wasn't the only candidate that was put forward, I went online to Google, as anyone who is tech savvy will do. I went online to Google my community, and it didn't throw up much information about my community. And that was worrisome, But I can tell you today, after the process, since the announcement was made, if you go back on Google and Google Umuihocha, you'll begin to see that it's beginning to receive some traction. So for me, I want to leverage on my years of experience, exposure, traveling around the world, socializing, meeting people, being in different parts of the world and societies, to draw a lot of attention to my people. All right? To bring a lot of, because first of all, if the world does not know that you are somewhere, then how will people come and explore and see where you can meeting points for business, for interaction, So I'm going to leverage on the connections and the contacts I've built over the years to see how I can draw attention to my community. And during the entire process, going around the villages, doing all the town hall meetings, it provided one an opportunity to see firsthand what are the grassroots problems. The kind of vacuum that most of us who have left Igboland to seek greener pastures elsewhere, the kind of vacuum that we have left in our communities, and how we can begin to call back the attention of our brothers and sisters in diaspora, build the kind of structure back home that will be reliable enough to activate development. There are lots of people in diaspora who want to contribute to building up of the communities, but they don't know who to trust. They don't know who to give their resources to, without it being abused. So if we put that kind of structure, make our community digital, then all our brothers and sisters in diaspora can directly be involved in community development, seeing that there's someone credible who is on ground, who can, champion these things and, activate it. Then the youths, because all the young people in the community cannot leave and go to the city, then who will protect the community? Who will help, the vulnerable population? So the structure I want to put in place is that structure that will bridge the gap between those who are residing in the local communities and our brothers in diaspora. And to activate development, we have to bring these people together effectively in a way that everybody trusts the process.
Okay, Eze, does this mean that you're going to be spending more time in your community now?
Yeah. Yes, of course. Yes, well, of course I have to. That is part of the sacrifice that has to be made. I have to spend more time, with my people. Yeah, but I have to balance it as well because I'm not retiring yet, just so that everyone knows. I want to cancel this notion that being a community leader means that you have to retire. No, Okey Bakassi is not retiring yet. Okay. I'm still active.
Yeah. Thank you for that. But what has been the, I don't know if I should use the word or term, culture shock for you since this announcement and since you've been, milling around with your people?
There's no culture shock. I've always been one to visit home regularly. I've always been in touch with my people. Don't forget, in 2008 to 2011, I was living fully in Imo State when I was working with the Imo State government as Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on Entertainment Industry Matters. Yeah, I was in Imo State and I was pretty much at home with my people. And since I also 2011, I ran for House of Assembly, so I've been in touch with the community and I've always been in touch with the community. It's nothing new for me. I've always been a man in touch with culture and the people.
Now that you have made it clear that Okey Bakassi is not retiring, I assume that means you're not retiring from comedy. Does that mean that Okey Bakassi, no, sorry, beg your pardon, Eze Okey Bakassi.
I forgive you. You can say Okey Bakassi, no problem.
Is now going to be a little costlier than before?
Yeah. I didn't get you for 1 minute there. If you can rewind.
You say what? I didn't get that.
Oh, we're experiencing a bit of a glitch. I wish I heard what you said.
Okay. I'm just asking. I said
conveniently he didn't hear you.
I was just wondering if now that you are in this exalted position, Eze Okey Bakassi might be a little costlier since he's not retiring.
Yes. Yeah, but it's only expected that it will be a bit more expensive now because if you are inviting me to a public speaking event now, you are expecting that it will have some level of security implication now, So I mean, it's a bit more high profile now.
And I can see that you are being very deliberate. You are trying to avoid comedy. You cannot avoid comedy with us, okay? You can't avoid it. I see that you have been very, very, because all those your proverbs are lost all of a sudden. I cannot sit down and take that. What's going on?
So, the thing is that I don't think that my people gave me this responsibility so that I can be a very sad person. So there's no way you are expecting that I will jettison some of the things that makes me happy. You need to understand that my relationship with my career path is that of happiness. Anybody who knows me well knows that my personal mantra or motto is the pursuit of happiness. And I did not accept to be easy so that it can be the pursuit of sadness. Instead, I want to translate that pursuit of happiness to also, make it a mantra for my community, to create a community where people are happy. So every single connection and experience and skill that goes into making me happy will be translated into making my community happy.
Okay.
So we are all now in the joint pursuit of happiness.
Okay, and I like that. Of course, I've known the pursuit of happiness, you with the pursuit of happiness for a very long time. Now, for other people in various industries, since you've mentioned doctors, lawyers, and other professionals, how would you advise other people to leverage their relationships, their successes, their careers on their communities? Because if that happens, I would say that there will be a lot less insecurity in various parts of the country. Okey Bakassi is well established here, Dr. This is well established there, and everyone is well established in their various areas. If they took that influence that they have to their various communities, I'm not sure that some hooligans are going to be terrorizing their communities just anyhow. What do you think?
God bless you for pointing that out. It is at the heart of why I accepted this responsibility. Now, if you watch what is happening in the country, for the past 55 years of my life, I've been complaining about poor leadership in Nigeria. And why do we still have poor leadership? Because good people, they say society suffers when good men don't act. Good people have refused to get involved in leadership and politics and how their communities are being governed. So what has happened is that we have left a structure and power vacuum that miscreants, hooligans, con men have capitalized on and have hijacked almost all facets of leadership and society. And for as long as we continue to run away, I have my business to manage, I have my this, and I don't want to worry about politics is dirty, this is dirty. We'll continue to have dirty people lording over you and I, making laws that are binding on all of us. So the earlier people of goodwill begin to recognize that no matter what position God has put you in, that part of it has to be spent, especially when you're getting to above your 50s. That part of your responsibility is to serve community. By God's grace, October this year, I'll be 56. Fortunately, God has blessed me with children who are doing well in their own various directions. It's time to focus some energy on building the community. Because if we don't do that, even when we decide to retire, we won't have any place to retire to. We would have left those places to hooligans and miscreants. Are we all going to stay in the city? No, at some point you want to retire to somewhere very calm, somewhere quiet, where you can be closer to nature. But if you don't nurture those places, then there will be no nature to take care of you. So that is why it has become important that now that we are still active, irrespective of what you do, one must be able to devote some time into building the kind of community where you want to retire to. And that is exactly why I've accepted this responsibility.
How about young people generally? Because, easy. Don't worry. It will take some getting used.
It's okay. It's okay. No problem.
How about young people? Communicating stuff to young people takes a different language, if I can put it that way. But would you say, or can you say that we have been communicating with young people the way we ought to communicate with them, passing on age-long lessons, values, and virtues, or we are just allowing them to just be young people and in most cases derailing?
So, you used one good word. Communicating with people, communicating with young people. You see, one of the things that I've learned through my career, because in my career path, your colleagues are even babies, all right? Because in the movie business, young people are your colleagues. a 1-year-old can be my colleague on set. One of the things that I've learned communicating with young people all through my career is that if you want to effectively communicate with young people, you have to be communicating in the language that they understand. All right? Young people pay attention to the things that they pay attention to. If you notice, the respect for position, leadership, authority is diminishing amongst young people because there's a big gulf, there's a big divide between those who are in authority and the youths. They don't speak the same language. And when the youths look around those in authority, they don't see faces that they recognize or people that they know. So there's this big disconnect. You know, with an Okey Bakassi now as traditional ruler, a lot of people who are my fan base will naturally gravitate, you know, towards what is this traditional rulership all about. I see more and more traction. People following me on social media, trying to understand a bit of culture. What is this leadership about? And I'm using all my platforms. I'm still on my radio show. Yeah, and you know, we are still working on something with your channel there. We are trying to bring something back to life down there. I'm going to use all these platforms to begin to sensitize young people about culture, about aspects of the culture that ordinarily they have not been paying attention to. They are very interested, but we need to package culture in ways that they will be more interested in the language that they understand. We have so many local festivals that when we were also young people, parents used to bring us back home to come and enjoy. We have to make it more fun again for them. We have to incorporate the things that naturally will draw their attention into some of those cultural festivals so that they can look forward to it. It's like a Dirty December village version. And young people will key in. Then when they come back, they see the culture, they interact with their people. You will remove all the myths surrounding some of these things, and naturally they will begin to want to love it again. The Afrocentrism is growing globally because of how well Afrobeat music is doing globally. So this is the moment for entertainers to key into it and begin to educate our young people about culture. And with people like us mounting the throne now, that bridge will be built and it will become more and more effective.
But is this going to in any way affect the kind of roles that you act?
Yes, I'm afraid yes. Yes. You know, like I said, we are in a period of sacrifice. You know, sacrifices have to be made to accommodate the throne, my people, in the projection of their culture and all that. So yeah, now I'm going to be more, you know,
picky,
careful with the kind of roles that I will accept in movies, because it has to be now in line with some of my core beliefs and, you know, the things that I would like to project. So as limiting as it may be, you know, but it's the word is sacrifice to make.
Okay, now, Your Royal Majesty, in the traditional Okey Bakassi element, please address your people.
Yes. You know, all through this thing, I have not mentioned the name of this great community. Okay, I did in the beginning.
Yes.
Cha 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 cha. Umuocha ngwe kelenu. Mbise kelenu. Ayasu kelenu. Umuocha ndengwe madu. Una bali alo tunu je hofota mazo kwenka abo. Timbi alederu no hia anya. Akpekure ni mono nkwa na aga be disappoint you no. Umunem no monam. Ọ ga-adị mma na anyị gbakọrọ aka ka ndị ụmụ ọcha ka ndị Mbaise bịa mechie ebe ụlọ anyị ka ọ ga-ewu anyị kpọrọ ndị mba bata ha hụ otu anyị ji nọrọ ya masị ha bịakwa tiri anyị aka obodo a na-eme. Ekele m na onye ọla nọrọ n'udo, onye ọla wụrụ nwanne. Chineke m onye nwe m gọzie unu.
Biko translate is
I'm communicating with my people now.
No, he was speaking to his people.
Oh, okay, not to us. Okay, good. All right.
I'm thanking the good people of Umuihocha that have given me this position of responsibility, and I'm encouraging them to work together so that we all can join hands and create a community where when we bring our guests and other people to our community, they will see how we live and they will want to live with us, invest, and and be friends with us and do things with us towards the progress and betterment of our community.
Your Royal Majesty,
admonished everyone to live in peace.
Your Royal Majesty, Your Royal Majesty, you spoke as Eze Anthony Okechukwu Onyegbule. I wanted you to speak as Okey Bakassi, Your Royal Majesty. So please, Your Royal Majesty, speak as Okey Bakassi, not Eze Okechukwu Anthony Onyegbule.
Yes. I can hear you.
You can hear me now.
I'm trying to interrupt the conversation, but go ahead. I can hear you.
You can hear me now. They are still calling you. Okay. They are calling His Majesty or His Highness. So.
I'm sorry, because I'm operating on my device.
I understand.
Yeah. Because I'm operating on my device, some people keep. But go ahead, I can hear you now.
Okay. So I wanted you to address us as Okey Bakassi, not as Eze.
Oh.
Yes.
You mean as Okey Bakassi?
Yes.
I told you that all of us were in transition now. All right. Yeah. You want to make this transition period very difficult for me. We're in the process of trying to migrate little by little and fuse the two personalities. So spare me for now. I'm sure you will see me very soon at an event near you.
Well, we can only wish you well. You are
Am I still with you?
Yes, you are a very, very dear friend, and
yes,
I know that your colleagues are very, very excited for you. What's that?
No, before you sign off, Eze, does this mean that we will not arrest you this December? Arrest in quotes. In quotes.
The thing is that there are. I believe in possibilities. That I believe that everything is possible. But what is possible between now and December, you and I, we don't know. We are not God. But yeah, I believe anything is possible.
It will be good.
As long as we are not breaking the law.
In fact, we are hereby arresting you for December. Bring your whole community to us in the studio here and let us do yes.
But December, for your information, it looks most likely in December, I'm going to be inviting you all to Umuihocha for the coronation. Yeah?
Well, we will
going to see in December. Yes, the answer is yes.
Yes, we will see in December. One way or the other.
I'm saying it for the first time here that may look like when we are going to do that coronation. So I would expect that Channel CV will be fully represented as my family that you people are.
That is 419, but we'll take it.
You threw the ball back at us. Fine, okay. All right.
Well, we have to thank you very much, your Royal Highness, for your time this morning. I was actually hoping that we'll have you in the studio so that this would have been perhaps a little longer than this. But it's a great thing to see that we're able to host you. Thank you so much. As you said, we will let you be for now. We are in transition. So we will allow the transition to hold.
Yes.
Eze Okechukwu Anthony Onyegbule.
Yeah. The Okwetu
of Umuihocha.
Yes.
Formerly also known as Okey Bakassi.
Also known as not formally. Also known as Okey Bakassi. We are not dropping that.
We wish you all the best, Eze.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. God bless.
So guys, I don't know what you make of Okey Bakassi's decision to become a traditional leader with the sole purpose of, connecting with those in the diaspora so as to develop his community. For me, I think this is a good move. If just his community is the drive, honestly, this is what we all want, because we know that the federal government presence is lacking in the South is because of the marginalization people have been talking about. And now somebody is offering himself because he believes that there's a whole lot of challenges when it comes to, attracting diasporans to invest in Igbo. The trust is not there. They are looking for somebody to be, entrusted and somebody that they can really rely on. And now Okey Bakassi is like sacrificing himself to say, okay, I can mediate, come through me, invest in our community, and let's build a better community. I think this is really a welcome development that can be replicated, you know, in other communities in our Igbo, because we know that the Igbos are industrious people and they are making the money. Some people don't even know how to, you know, come back home to invest. There are people who have enough money and they really want to invest in their communities, but they don't know how to start. So I think this is really a welcome development, that people will want to, you know, come back home and see what they can do for their communities and all that. And Okey Bakassi is offering himself to mediate and say, through me, I'm going to like make sure there's transparency and everything is being done as planned. I think this is welcome, and we can always replicate this, not just in Igboland, even in other places outside of Igboland. We just want to see a better Nigeria. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell. Please give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend it to others, and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you.